All right. So I apologize that I made the Zoom so late tonight. We had so much craziness happening today. I was filling up my calendar and got on some different calls, a leadership call with Lisa today, and then a leadership, like a call that Paul posted out. And I got to tell you guys, I felt like my cup was filled up so much. And what a fantastic way to start Monday. And so guess what? I started filling in my calendar of all the things that I want to do and achieve and happen this week. And I hope that you guys will listen. Every time I'm on a call with Paul, he talks about pulling out a calendar. And I want to tell you guys something that back when I first started in network marketing, I did not make a hundreds list like people told me to. I did not keep track of things. I never had a calendar out. I never had anything. I just showed this previously on my last Zoom. Okay, like I just got a new calendar, but I'm going to give an example. When I was going 200K, I went 200K in March, okay? I want you guys to see what I had on the bottom of my calendar. Do you see this? The day that I went 200K, I went 200K. Okay? Like literally, I had it on my calendar. I had it up there. I had myself in the mindset of what I wanted to do. I want you guys to see this. My next goal, which I have lots of meetings popping up on my screen. I have to wait a second and then I'll show you. My next goal is my screensaver, which you can't see right now. Actually, maybe you can. Can you see what it is? It's the millionaire thing, the millionaire club thing. And I have it constantly in front of me. What I've been doing today, which this is a new calendar, so don't mind some of it's not filled in, are calls that I have scheduled. Okay? And I'm filling it up. I put in reminders. So if you have a call with me, you have me on a live, what I'm recommending is this. First of all, not everybody will hop on calls. So if you feel like your audience is not going to hop on a call, this is what I'm suggesting. This is what I'm teaching. And this is what a lot of people on our team have been doing. And you guys have probably noticed this. We've been doing live welcome launches. We've been doing live relaunches, basically just inviting whoever it is that's doing their launch. And this is creating excitement for their team. It's creating excitement for their audience, okay? Like whoever, like say I sign somebody, which I actually have a launch on Friday with a new promoter. She messaged me today, hey, I watched video 3. You guys, have you watched the training? Because video 3 talks about setting up a free conference call line, all right? Which I was like, I'm going to be honest, I was doing the happy dance when she said, I just got done watching video 3. And I was like, woohoo, she's watching her training. Yay. You get those promoters. You're like, yay, somebody's watching their training. And I said, okay, here's what you can do. You can go ahead and set up that free conference call line. How you want to launch, though, we can do it one of two ways. We can either do a Facebook Live. And if we do a Facebook Live, you're going to save it and you're going to upload it to YouTube so that you can share that with your friends. Okay? If your friends are unlikely to call in a line, have them do a Facebook Live, upload it to YouTube, and share that, okay? If your friends are more likely to listen to something instead of actually dialing in a number, that might be something that's more. For me, I like to see faces. I like to see expressions. I like to get real and excited and involved, and normally I end up like a big crybaby, but that's totally okay because that's who I am, all right? And I asked her which one she wanted to do, and she says, I think that people would really relate to me. Like, I think people would be more likely to check out, the video. And I said, okay, well, what day would be good for you? What time? Let's get it set up. We have it on the calendar. So then I put a little reminder in our messages that will remind me an hour beforehand that we're going to go live at this time. And then we're just going to do a video. If you've never done a live and you feel very uncomfortable doing it, guys, reach out to an upline, a sideline, whoever inspires the crap out of you, and get them to go in live with you. They can share their testimony. So it's not just you sharing your testimony. team up with people, sidelines. I can tell you, I've learned so much. Heather Mikowski, she inspires me all the time with her doing her friends and family calls all the time. For me, I've always been on social media more. She's more, word of mouth and going out to people and so forth. So for me, being on social media more, I'm like, okay, in social media land, what's getting people's attention? And it's lives. Okay. So if we take that to the next level and we expand on that, we can create more urgency for 3-day minis getting out, people getting their VIP 800, VIP 1600 because their friends and family are more exposed because they understand what the products are going to do for them, what the products are doing for other people. Things like what Paul was saying today on the call with getting 100 free customer accounts. Those of you guys that are on my team, you should have a leader update in your back office. I gave you some tips and things to help you hit that goal with making sure that you're doing 2 shares from the Thrive fan page a day. I myself am guilty of not always doing that. So I'm going to be very intentional with it. And then also just making sure you're sharing something about your own experience every day. Guys, it doesn't have to be a big long post. You don't need to know all the right words for it. Me just talking about during my taxes today and pointing to my Black Label because I needed the extra mood support, that's a testimony. That is a testimony. That is powerful. I mean, a lot of people don't do their taxes in September because they actually do them in April when they're supposed to, except for people that are slackers like me that ask their tax guy to do an extension and then another extension. But the reality of it is that people can relate to that. People can relate to, I'm taking my rest because I need to get some sleep. People can relate to those kind of stories, or being at, going crazy with your kids. I made a post earlier. I took it down because I was like, it kind of sounded too cheesy. But it was really cute because it had Leah dancing like in a banana costume. But because I knew people would watch it, right? I knew that would make people watch it. And she literally was like, you need to join my mom because she's a lot of fun. But it's something that's interesting. Kristen Joy Martin does this amazing thing. She does these different she tries before you buy or something. You guys, that is something like so creative and so amazing that it's bringing a lot of people to her. Nikki's been doing a ton of recipes on her Instapot. And you know what? I actually want to make some cracked chicken now because I've been watching her and I'm like, geez Louise, like these are great ideas. Like, why didn't I think of that? Because I'm like rush type person. Talissa, okay, let's just not even get into this Dance for Fit business. Her over there dancing, I'm over there dancing in my living room looking all crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm getting a little workout when I do it. But the reality of it is that's what's going to inspire people to step outside their comfort zone. Brittany Green, every single day since the day she joined me, she has been live on Facebook, her and Eric both. And you want to know what? If you ask a single person that has ever joined Brittany, I want you guys to know every single one of them joined her because of her lives, because they watched her. And she started off with not very many people. She'd never gone live before. She just started doing it. She didn't know what she was doing. She just started doing it. She started sharing. And I got to tell you, she's got a following. Kayla and her bingo. I used to watch her whenever she was still doing another company. I'd watch her do that bingo. I said, geez, that's so genius. That's so genius. Like, why did I never thought? I'm not creative, guys. I'm just not creative. My creative abilities are me just getting on and blabbing my mouth and you never knowing what's going to come out of it. That's what my creative abilities are. I'm not good with coming up with like ideas. And you know what the thing is that not everybody's going to grow on social media. And I see all kinds of fall events that are coming up right now that you can be growing with. I'll tell you, because some of you guys are not on my team, I'll tell you what I posted in the leaders update today, because you guys can't see it, but it's really super simple stuff that will help you on a daily basis. For those of you guys that are on our team, I'm going to show you exactly where it's at so that you don't miss it. And Lisa posted something as well. Okay, so underneath of the company updates, there's a thing called leader updates. And you can see on September 11th, I made a post, okay? And when you click on that, It's just Paul's post. And then these are my tips. Go through your email list, go through your contacts in your phone, and go through A through Z on Facebook and connect. Aim for one customer, guys, just one. All right, you're going to talk to a lot of people before you get to that one. Don't be afraid to talk to people, but be sincere. Don't be that spammy person that says, I've been watching you for so long and you look awesome. And they don't even realize that you used to be like with another company that they're trying to recruit you for. All right. Don't be that person. Please don't be that person. Be genuine. Get to know people. All right. If you see your friend talking about not having any money to buy groceries or struggling because they can't find a job, reach out to them. Show them, tell them a story. Find a story on the fan page that can relate to that person and share it with them. Girl, this story reminds me of you. Like I, if you're willing to listen to me, I want to help you, or maybe you see a story of a mom that's struggling, somebody that is going through, that has a special needs child and they really need to be able to be home. You guys, you know how many people on our team are in that exact same position? And that is their why. That is what they fight for every single day, is to be able to be home with their kids for that reason. All right. So the next little tip that I put was share the fan page 2 times a day. Find a post that inspires you. That means you actually read the post. You read the post. You don't just look at the pictures. In fact, don't even look at the pictures. Just read the stories. Okay? Because I can promise you that if you read the stories, you click share and you explain what inspired you, that's what's going to make people read the story. Okay? Share what inspires you. Don't just share to share, because that's not going to work. Be you on your social media. Don't be anybody else. Don't try to be somebody else, guys. I am not prim and proper. I cuss like a sailor sometimes. I cry when people say you shouldn't cry. I was a nurse and I cried. You better believe I cried. If a patient died or a patient was sick or I got really close to one, I wasn't one of those people that put up a wall and acted like I didn't have feelings. I absolutely did, and they knew it. And I don't have any regrets for that whatsoever. Just like I don't have any regrets ever sharing my heart with everybody else. I don't care about sharing my struggles because I know that there are people that are in the same position, if not worse, than what I have been through. So just be you. Okay, you don't have to be perfect. You can be a hot mess just like me. You can have tears rolling down your face. You can have, your boobs hanging out, whatever. I don't care. Be you. All right? Because I don't have a bra on right now. So hopefully my shirt's like hanging in there for me. But be you. People will see right through it if you're not. Don't think you need to post all these fancy little posts with all these different emojis, that if that's not you, your friends are going to see right through it that you probably copied that post from somebody else. Okay? Seriously, how many times you see me post emojis? Don't get me wrong, they're cute. I post an emoji, like one emoji, some smileys or some fist, but I'm not all creative. I'm just not. I mean, you creative people do it. That's cool. But I'm totally not that person. If you see those, you probably know I probably copied it. I changed some words, but I probably copied it if you see a bunch of that stuff, because that's just not me. Honestly, I don't have enough patience to sit there and look for all the emojis. If they're not on my most used emojis, they don't get used. Truthfully. But be you on social media and in person. When I go places and I talk to people, do you guys know my daughter's friends? They know that what I do, but not a single one of them have any clue how much money I make. And I don't care to share that with them. I don't care to talk about that amount of money, because that's not relatable. What's relatable is that I work from home. Well, that's not relatable either. But what's relatable is that I love the products that I'm using, that I get to be there with my kids. And meanwhile, they might be shuffling things around and they might be missing things all the time. So show them a different way. I can't tell you how many friends over the years that I've made that have been on my daughter's soccer team, like their parents. I'm friends with them on Facebook. They became my customers. Some of them became promoters. Some of them tell me about, the fact that their kids don't realize how much they are struggling. That's just the reality, guys. okay? Because people don't always tell them. But the reality of it is that people do need an extra income, especially around Christmas. Why do you think so many places hire for extra help? And because their sales go up, but people don't have the money to buy all the presents, right? So then you end up getting a second job, a part-time job. For me, it was working a second job at the other hospital or working all the PRN extra shifts that I possibly could to get time and a half, and it was just more time away from home and tired. So just be yourself, share that what you're doing. Don't be afraid to talk about that wearable nutrition that you have on your arm. And when you go to the grocery store and you're talking to somebody and they're like, you know, I don't know, they're drinking an energy drink. And you tell them, listen, I've got something that's way better than that. And that opens up a conversation for you. But you have to be willing. My friend Amanda and I go to the gas station and get wine. And there's like all these energy drinks. I make a comment on it almost every single time I go to check out. I'm like, do people really buy this crap? And they're like, yeah, da, da, da. I'm like, here, listen, you need to give them one of my cards next time. Seriously. That stuff's going to ruin their heart. And I'll say that because I don't care. And then somebody in line might want that card too. But I talk about it all the time because it gives me something to talk about. Try it. Next time you go to the gas station and you see all those energy drinks, just ask the attendant, do people actually buy this crap? And then give them your card. Just do it. I challenge you. And if you don't have business cards, order some business cards. It's a tax write-off. Go and save your change for a week, save your change for a couple weeks, whatever it takes. Get yourself some business cards because just connect. Add the person on Facebook, whatever. It's easier just to hand them a business card that says, are you tired of being tired? Who can't relate, right? So be you wherever you go. Let's see. Oh, talk about what the products have done for you. Listen, guys, let's be real. I hate doing anything like super like organized or whatever. So it's like forceful for me to like get a calendar and things like that together. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even have a calendar before January of this year, before I was thriving. They were all empty. They were all empty. I never stayed organized to the least bit at all. And I was on Adderall. And I still couldn't stay organized. But the reality of it is like now I am. Now I want to get out there and do stuff. Now I will go pick up my daughter from the game. Granted, my husband normally lets me sleep in and he takes my kids to school in the morning. But that's normally because I stay up super late and I'm always working till late. But that's just me. I'm a night owl. Okay. I worked night shift for a while. So I'm going to reach those people that are on the West Coast. I'm going to reach people Mountain Time, Central Time, whatever. And then East Coast people are like, I'm trailing behind them in the mornings. That's okay. That's just who I am. But be you. Brand yourself. One of the biggest mistakes I made previously, I branded a business instead of myself. Guys, when people think of a product, you want them to think of you. When people think of the way that they want to feel, you want them to think of you. You don't want them to say, they might say, that Thrive stuff or whatever, because they really don't know. But when they think of more energy, you want your name to come to their mind. Okay? When you're on social media, I can tell you right now, if I see somebody's page that all there is Thrive post, I wouldn't join that person. I wouldn't join them. You want to know why? Because that's not my life. That's not what I want my whole life to be. I want to see kids. I want to see family. I want to see inspiration. I want to see positivity. I don't want to see political bullcrap and you telling everybody your opinions on your storefront. That's the quickest way to drive your business the other direction. Okay? I don't care. Whatever your stance is your stance. Social media, if you run a business, put a stop. Don't do it. I promise you. It's just like religious posts. Just watch it. Okay? Like strongly opinionated posts. Just know your business, guys, needs to be for everybody. And if you're not, you're not running, you're really just not, just don't. Okay. Just be a good person. And, I say that if you don't pray for people, you don't have to pray. It's okay. All right. But don't be mean. Don't be mean. Just don't be a mean person. Don't be telling everybody about your dirty laundry either, because that's gross. And I see people post about it, and then the next week they look silly because they bash their baby daddy drama. Keep that off of there too. I promise you don't want to do that. With that said, I went through something last year where I lost my father. And some people would have said that was negative. No, it wasn't. It was strength. That's what that was. It was hard. And I kept on going. So when I say no negative, please understand that that does not mean be fake. Be real. Be relatable. Share your struggles. It's okay. But be productive with it. Because not only are you going to not be productive in life if you aren't, you're going to put this fake facade that you have this perfect life, guys. And here's the reality. Not one of you do. All right? None of you do. None of you have a perfect life. I guarantee you, I could tell you, every single one of you could probably complain about one thing or another right now, right? But you don't want to put that out there. But you still can share your struggles. When I went through everything with my dad, I shared it because I knew that people needed to hear it, that it could save one person, that they were going through it, and they knew they weren't going through it alone. That wasn't about my business. That was about me and a part of me. All right. So when I tell you to be you, be you. I can't even imagine going through that last year without sharing it. Honestly, 14 minutes before my dad took his last breath, I was on a live, talking to my dad, telling him what I wanted the world to hear about him. 14 minutes later, he took his last breath. That memory I will forever cherish. And all those people that got to share that moment with me and prayed for me, I'll never forget. So when you're thinking about like what you can share and what you can't share, don't be afraid to share those vulnerable moments, guys. And that's not for publicity. That's a humane thing. That is life. And that's what social media is. There are people that are suffering alone, and they don't have to. We see things all the time. I just saw one of my dad's friends passed away. He found out he was sick, and 2 days later he was gone. That's life. People go through grief. They go through things. Having a support system and knowing people, you guys be a friend. I once had somebody that told me, just be a good friend, right? And I'll tell you, I don't think it's a coincidence that that person was passed through my life and many of your guys' lives that I know of as well. Just be a good friend, right? The next thing, post your goals. Don't be afraid to share what you want. I love seeing you guys talk about what car you're going to get. And I even shared on the live today in the Dream Team page, guys. I shared the fact that I don't live in a fancy house. I don't live in a fancy house. I got a car with the car bonus that saved me from paying $500 extra a month, what I would have been paying, like what I was paying for the last 7 months. Instead, I shopped, I got a car. Now I pay $32 a month. Lavelle covers the other 800 of it, right? So shop within your means. But also, don't go getting a car until you know and you're in, guys. I hate that word all in, but I'm talking about like when you're invested into your business and you will not let it go anywhere and you are stable, then go get a car. Don't hit 12K, then go get a car and then quit working your business. You got to keep on working your business, okay? So lesson number 1. I waited 7 months to go get a car. That was more because my credit was shit, but excuse my language, but I really needed to get my credit to the right place before I went and got one. So I didn't get turned down a lot, just being honest. Yeah, your 200K upline is telling you your credit was crap. That should tell you some real last year story for you. Get a good CPA if you start making money too, by the way. You start making about $5,000 to $10,000 a month, you need to get a CPA and probably create an LLC. But we won't talk about that until you get there, and then we'll go there. The funnel system, making sure that you are, anybody that gets a mini, guys, make sure they're signed up as a free customer, okay, with you. They're locked into you. Try to get them to share or like the fan page. If they won't, they won't. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. But you can still share stuff on your page, and that's totally cool. See if they will tag you when they get the product. Now, if they're with another company, they might not want to. All right. That's just the reality of it. And that's totally okay. There is nothing wrong with people in different companies being customers of other people. With that said, some companies really look down on that. So they might not want to share that they're a customer. Just ask them before you tag them. Okay. Ask them if it's okay if you tag them, especially if they share their testimony. Sometimes they won't, but sometimes they won't care if you share their testimony, if you cover their name and cover everything that links to them and don't tag them. Sometimes they'll let you do that. Also, utilizing three-way calls, three-way chats. I hate being on the phone. I'm just being honest, guys. I hate it. It's like pulling my teeth. Throw me in a three-way chat, throw me on a Zoom. I'm all down for it. But for some reason, calls, I don't know. I pace. Maria and I were talking about this earlier tonight. I pace around the room, and it's like squirrel. I'm like reading messages, posting on Facebook in between my turn. Like, you lose me. You lose me. But if I'm on a Zoom, you get me because I know you're watching me, so I got to talk. Got to pay attention. If I'm on a live, I got to pay attention because I know you're watching me. So you keep my attention as long as I don't see too many comments, which is why I don't even look at the chats. I don't see them because then I would be not talking about what I want to say the whole time. So the funnel system, it's really put in place for us to use. Again, watch the training videos if you haven't watched them yet. Plug into calls and lives, just like you guys are on here right now. There's only 24 people. I totally posted this late, so I didn't expect that many people to really hop on. So bravo to you guys. You're awfully committed souls here. I really wasn't going to do a Zoom tonight, but whenever I get people asking if we're going to do a Zoom for the week, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it. We're going to do one Wednesday too, of course, with Lisa, but I'm always down. I'm always down. And I at the end, I'll unmute you guys. Well, I won't unmute you. I'll make you unmute yourself, because if I unmute you, it'll be like craziness going on in here, and that drives me crazy. And I can't focus at all. But, whatever you guys need help with, catch the recordings. Catch the recordings. I can tell you, anytime that I ever do a Zoom, I always upload it. Now, I will be honest, I totally removed I didn't remove them. I just made them private recently. A lot of the Zooms I've done. I'm not going to get into that reason right now, but I just made a lot of them private for temporary purposes for a minute. But they will always be posted in the comments below the Zoom that we have. Make a dream board. Paul said on the call, for those of you guys that weren't on it today, print off a Christmas tree. Go to Google and get the damn prettiest Christmas tree you can find, and make a dream board of all your goals that you want to accomplish by Christmas this year. Do you want to pay off a credit card? Do you want to have money to buy your kids presents? Do you want to buy yourself something? In fact, he said intentionally, you need to buy yourself something. And that's the thing, guys. It's like, especially for people that are parents on here, you come last. You come last. But you got to make yourself first too, because if you don't, you can't be a good parent. So I was worried all the time. My girls, they saw me go through some really bad moments, some really hard times. But you want to know what sticks out to them? What sticks out to them is that moms are really fun. Mom works hard. Mom's smiling again. Mom's wanting to do things again. They're getting to experience things again. Mom's happy again. So that's what they remember. They don't really they don't remember the struggle as much anymore. But there was a lot of stress, whenever we went through some tough times. And your kids watch you. And like my daughter, when I decided to join Le-Vel, my oldest daughter, she's 14. She was 13 at the time, but she is now 14. She's a freshman in high school. But when I decided to join, she was 13 and in 8th grade. And I got to tell you guys, she was like relieved. She was like relieved to see her mom like excited and happy again. And that also spoke to me of why I made a good decision to do what I was doing. And she's actually tried move a couple times, and my husband actually thrives every day as well with me. So, the thing is, it's like, just, I don't know, I'm getting off topic now. Find a dream board or make a dream board, and actually put some goals on there. 0 negativity. Watch something motivational every single day. Every single day. Put something in the background that's going to lift you up, get you excited. If it's reading a book, read a book. If it's listening to an Audible, listen to an Audible. For me, it's clicking on YouTube, type in motivational, inspirational, hit play. And then I'm like, on fire. Fills my cup up. But 0 negativity. Back to that. No negativity. In fact, if you're on my team page, I delete it. Sorry, no warning. Delete. Gone. I'm not going to even explain to you why I deleted your negative comment. Okay. Because here's the thing. You're wasting energy by talking negative. If you're not going to find solutions, don't complain about it. If you want to ask a question about something to find a solution, that's one thing. But to just whine and complain and to put the company down, if you put the company down on your own personal Facebook, you don't want to grow. You're sabotaging your business. So don't do that. So no negativity ever, at all. I sound like a tyrant, but no negativity. You can't breathe negative and live a positive life. You just can't do it. I'm sorry. So change the negative thinking. Put urgency behind your business. Whatever your goal might be, decide that you want it. And you're going to have to, guys, here's the thing. Success loves speed. All right. If you can get a good momentum going and you can get people excited, you can get people growing, you see other people having success around you, that growth is going to continue to happen as long as you continue your actions. The second that you stop those actions that made you get to where you want to get to, that's when you start to see things go the other direction. And you don't want that, because it's not only affecting you, it's affecting everybody around you. If you want people to be excited, you want people to grow their business, then you have to be putting in the motions too. You need to be sharing, you need to be enrolling, you need to be talking. You can't micromanage everybody. You can ask anybody that is personally enrolled to me. I do not harbor over top of any of them. If they post, great. If they don't, that's not my job to babysit them. Am I here for them if they need a call, they have a question, they need me to do a 3-way, anything, I'll do it. I don't even care. If you're not my personally enrolled, it doesn't matter. If you're on my team and you need something, I'm there. Okay? If you're not on my team, I'm still there. So just get me everywhere. But the reality of it is that you have to lead by example. All right. You can't expect other people to do things that you're not willing to do yourself. Know that people will not join you 95% of the time when they see it for the first time. I probably would mark that up to 99% of the time. People aren't going to join you. They're just not. In fact, most of them are going to not take you very serious. And they're going to think you're involved in pyramid schemes. They're going to think you're involved in every scam known to the earth because their mother, brother, Sally, cousins, father, whatever, I don't know, went to jail or something in the 70s for a pyramid scheme or whatever. I don't know. But here's the thing. Most people don't succeed because they don't continue growing. They don't continue doing the steps to grow their network. They don't continue to focus on the things that are positively going to grow them. And I mean, I'm just going to be quite honest with you. And Paul said it on the call today. And I hate to say this because it is kind of a brutal truth. But most people are lazy, guys. I'm just going to be honest. Most people will ask you for advice and then not do a single thing to ever do it. Like, they'll ask you, what do I need to do to grow my business? You say, you need to build your network, but then they don't want to do the actions to build their network. And I'm just as guilty, but I have to own up to that. Whenever I say, why is my network not growing? I personally can look at myself and say, have I reached out to new people? Have I friended more people? Have I interacted with people? Have I got minis into people's hands? And I can pretty much pinpoint, nope, that's why I'm not growing. So I want you guys to always remember that. If you're not where you want to be, what are the actions that you're missing? Are you being consistent? If what you're doing is not working, then you need to change it. Okay? If it's a matter of you just now growing your network, you need to realize some things take time. Trust. People need to trust you. People need to believe you. People need to have value. They need to see how it can help them. People need to know how they can afford it. Okay? How they can afford it. And that can be a couple different ways. Either A, free, or B, I don't know about you guys, but I don't buy as much crap anymore. Like, I used to buy chips and dip and pop a lot and coffees and I don't know, all kinds of crap. But I don't buy that stuff. I don't buy nearly as much anymore. But I also don't have to pay for my Thrive. I haven't ran an auto ship since I started. And that's just simply because, I mean, this month alone, I got 400 in Thrive credits just for me. And then my husband got some, I think, too. I don't know. I haven't looked on his account. But the reality of it is that if you run this business right, you will be thriving for free. And some of you guys are like, yeah, but I'm not there yet and I can't afford the products. Then you need to be building your network faster and harder than anybody else. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you, people didn't just join me in my first business at all. I had to keep on growing that network. I had to show them every single day that I wasn't going anywhere, that I was going to keep on doing it. Some people might judge and say, oh, well, you were with another company and then you came to one, you had a network. No. I spent the time building those relationships. People don't just jump companies. Okay, guys? People build relationships and make decisions to do what they do whenever they trust people. All right? So if people don't trust you, they're not going to join you. If people don't believe you, they're not going to join you. So you need to believe what you're doing, and you need to know that you can plug people into this. You can help others. We do have a very proven team that is growing very fast, from Lisa down. And then the only other thing I said, grow your network, make new friends every day, and learn to embrace your journey. That means the ups, the downs, and all arounds. So with that said, I have been babbling for straight 40 minutes. What all you guys need help with? Because this week, honestly, you can rock it out. Like, Paul challenged us all to try to get 100 free accounts, 15 to 20 accounts this week, and one customer this week. I don't know about you guys, but that's what my goal is now. One customer, 15 to 20 free accounts. I was just on a Zoom right before this, and people were like, they got 4 customers, they got 5 customers. I'm like, yeah, they are on the ball. I've got 0. Just being honest. So I got to get to work. Like, I got to get to work and get those customers. So what kind of challenges are you guys have going into this week? If anybody says my pay, then I want you to focus on the action steps we just talked about, because that's when your check's going to rise, whenever your business rises as a whole, when you're bringing value to your customers and the people that are on your journey with you. Nikki, what'd you say? Paul's new challenge. One customer, wasn't it 15 to 20 accounts? 4 to 20 free accounts by Thursday, or whatever is coming from them. Yeah. Jessica, totally buy new clothes. Listen, here's the thing, girl. Buy yourself. Go buy yourself something. You deserve it. You've worked hard for it. Seriously. Go buy yourself something. I know you might have another bill, but it's okay. Buy yourself something. It'll feel good. All right, somebody unmute yourself. I'm talking to myself now. Oh, come on. I'm going to start
right,
coughing.
I'll go, Amanda.
Yay.
So I'm under Kristen Martin, and we were talking tonight about the whole like family calls, friends and family call, and things like that. We personally, like, I have not ever been on one. I haven't heard one. I went 40K in 4 weeks, and am just trying to figure out what I'm doing and trying to correct what I've done wrong. And
It's not that you did anything
so
wrong.
so like I keep hearing Lisa and all them talk on leadership calls about that. And I want to be able to do that for my team, but I want to be able to feel confident. I'm like you. Like, I can talk on Zoom, I can talk, do 3-way calls, things like that, but the phone, I hate the phone.
Well, here's what I'll tell you what. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing 2 back-to-back. And here's the thing. You can either do friends and family. I was just on, it doesn't have to be friends and family. Like, what I just did was a duo experience call with Talissa tonight. And she had 5, I don't know how many people were, 5 people total that were on that call. I think we had like 34 people jumped on it. The calls, some people are going to want to call in, but what we're also trying out, and I don't know, you might want to talk to Kristen about this and see if it'll work for you guys. But what we found is that we're getting more people on these launches of lives, like live launches on Facebook. And the same things we're trying to do, like friends and family. And I know Brittany Green has been doing them the past couple of weeks. She's been doing it like, I don't know. She has a catchy, I have to look at her thing. She has a catchy title for it. It's like live Tuesday lives hold on. I got to look. What's she calling it? I'm on hers tomorrow. So hold on a second. I got to look and see what it's called. Testimony Tuesday. I mean, it's so brilliant, right? Love it. So Testimony Tuesday. And basically what she does is that one person goes and like, okay, so she starts the live, all right, and then she invites somebody into it and they tell their testimony. Then when that person's done, they hop off, and then she invites the next person on and they hop on and give their testimony, and they keep it really short, and she can kind of control how long each testimony is. And what I suggested to her today is that she needs to hit the record button and save that and upload it to YouTube so that she can share those with people. So that way people just have to hit play instead of actually dialing a number and putting in a passcode and all that business. They can just hit I'm more likely to watch a video on YouTube, listen to something from YouTube, watch something on Facebook, listen to a live on Facebook, especially Facebook Lives now. You can actually, you can hit it and you can still scroll Facebook while you're listening to the live. So I just feel like because of technology, in my personal opinion, I never did those things either, just so you know. I never made a 24-hour call, although I tried, and every time I try to do it, it's never like a couple minutes long. It's like I like stumble all over my words. So I find for me, it's best that I just do a voice recording to people whenever they ask me like what it is that I'm doing, whatever. But also 3-way chats, stuff like that. I really never did a whole lot of that until recently. I mean, obviously, as for the friends and family call, I was on one when I was a 12K. That was like my first week in the business, and I was a 200K, and I'm like hearing all these people like doing all these locals and all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, blind, don't know what the heck's happening around me. So I'm just going to tell you, I would do baby steps into it. I would maybe start with try it out. Like if you guys want to, maybe try that idea where we're doing the launches live on Facebook. If you think people are going to be more likely to jump on those instead of dialing in a number. and then maybe give it a shot for like the friends and family instead of it technically not, it doesn't even have to be friends and family. I mean, I like the Testimony Tuesday or the Thriving Tuesday or whatever you want to call it. I think I might have did a call. I made it and it was like Thriving Tuesday or whatever. Just get a couple people to volunteer and hop on, share their testimony. You share your testimony, wrap it up with the opportunity, and boom, you're done. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You're good to go. Touch on just stuff real quick. Keep it short. Keep everybody's testimony like 2 to 3 minutes long, because you're not going to keep people's attention very long, at all on Facebook, especially. But you're definitely not going to keep them on the phone either. So I would just maybe play around with things to see what's going to work for you guys. But know that you're not alone. There's a lot of us that did not do things the way that, the company has done them, just because a lot of us came in really quickly and just kind of shared,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Is there a way that I can like watch yours when you do or listen in on your calls? Because I don't think we're friends on Facebook.
Well, friend me.
Okay. All right.
Friend me. But there's actually, tomorrow we're doing one. Brittany's doing one at 9, and then Maria is doing one at 10. So there's actually 2 different ones that'll be going on tomorrow night, and you'll see them because they'll tag me.
I know we have a Zoom training at 8:30, but the 10 might work. So.
Well, that's all right. You can still come on and watch it after because it's on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another benefit about it being on Facebook Live, is that it's going to still be there on your timeline.
Yeah. Cool.
So
all right.
Check it out. Yeah.
Thank
so check
you.
it out tomorrow. You're welcome, hon.
Thanks.
Anybody else?
Hello.
Yeah, girl. What's up?
All right. I know that I do like all kinds of shit wrong in this type of business, but like, what is it that one day I am like blowing myself out the water with follow-ups, and then other days it's like completely crickets. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like,
the nature of the beast. I swear, it's for me too, girl. Listen, here's the thing. I can go weeks, like literally weeks, and not sign a soul. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, did I scare everybody away? And then all of a sudden I sign like a bazillion people all in one shot, or I get a whole bunch of people that want minis. And it's like you're planting seeds in new harvest. And then that's all it is. It's like when you've actually made your harvest and people are signing up and people are like messaging and so forth. Then those people are done. Okay. And you've got to move on to the next group that come along. And you just have to kind of, keep on planting those seeds. And what happens is like life happens, honestly. And we sometimes get kind of like behind, or we're not growing as much, or we kind of just get in habits of, liking and communicating with the same people all the time and so forth. And Paul made a really good point tonight about, sometimes we tend to spend too much time, in areas that aren't building our network. And sometimes people don't understand, like I'm horrible with chats. Like if you're on my team, like I pop in and out like a scattered bug. Okay. Like I am in and out. You will see me on the team page. You will see me posting on Facebook. You will see me on calls. You will see me everywhere. But as for in chats, if I'm in one of your chats, it's like I pop in and pop out, because I can't grow my network if I'm in those chats all the time. So I have to keep my focus and so forth. So I'm always like going in and like commenting and building those relationships with new people, maybe that I've just friended, maybe. And you can go to your timeline activity, see the people that you most recently friended, go in and like and comment on those. That's a whole nother ball game. I've
been doing like the adding the people, the birthday stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't even done the birthday stuff, and I've missed some pretty cool birthdays lately. I'm sorry. It's one of the things I teach too, is the birthdays, but I totally haven't been doing it. I'm just being real. Yeah, I'm sorry if it's your birthday and I forgot.
No, but it's just like it's so weird, like how one day, like I could try to follow up with people, and it's basically every single person will tell me to go screw myself, and then the next week it's holy crap balls, where did you guys come from? Like,
Their bills got paid last week. That's all.
yeah,
That's sometimes the case, especially month end. It always amazes me because people will either like not be able to buy a thing or business explodes. And it's like, huh, I don't know. It's always like mid-month, right about now, actually, that I think people just got done paying their rent, their house payments, their car payments, whatever. Like this time of the month, it seems like sometimes people kind of fall off the planet for like a week and then they come back around like the next week. I really think it's just the way they get paid. So with that being said, the right times to plant and the right times. Carrie Moten, I don't know if you guys ever watch her. She's like hilarious. She made a video the other day and she was like, I need 15 people, like 15 people that want to thrive with me, that want to start on this challenge. You know, she had 11 minis going out that very next day after she made that video. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I don't get that many people asking for a mini after I do a live video like that. Yeah, I tried to duplicate that idea and it didn't work for me. So I got to change my persona or something. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm not a Carrie Moten. But dude, she's got a killer idea. Like what she does is like she puts everybody in a group and like she tries to get all of her minis sent out right around the same time so that everybody starts thriving at the same time. And they like coach the people through it. Like step 1, step 2, step 3, and you know, like they're 3 days and like help them like troubleshoot anything. And I'll tell you what, when we have like promos or we have like whatever, or on Fridays, she's signing customers. Like she's probably one of I think she was number 2 like in on our team for PPA. I'm not even gonna say, I can't even pronounce her first. I can't pronounce her name, and I'm not going to jack it up because I totally don't want to. I can't say her name, but she's kicking butt, man. She just went 12K. It starts with Tion. Somebody help me out, man. Somebody help me
I
out.
remember seeing you post it earlier.
Yeah, she's like kicking butt, man. And she's signing customers left and right. And it's like, all I can say is that it's the excitement, it's the follow up, it's the sharing. But just know that it's completely normal to have like those dry spells, and it's completely normal for like the next week for everybody to come out of the woodwork, and you're like, where the heck did you come from? I didn't even know you were interested. It's completely normal. It is. Okay. It's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's just the way that it goes. And it can be discouraging, especially if you have like, I don't know, like I had a whole month of that. Last month, it was like, you know, I think I didn't sign very many customers or promoters last month. So I barely like hit my PPA for my, because I have a rank advancement bonus and I barely hit that PPA for it because it literally was a struggle. And I think I hit it like, I don't know, like 9:00 that night or something. It was like something ridiculous. But I kept on pushing and I kept on working to make it happen. I had a little bit of a struggle. And partially was because I went on a lot of vacations and so forth. And I had to make some tough decisions, which I'll be announcing here soon, of one of those tough decisions I had to make because family always comes first, guys. And for those of you guys that are going to be in Mexico, I am not going to be heading there in October now. I know I haven't broke it to a lot of people yet, but my husband's not able to go because we didn't have a sitter, and my daughter's having a lot of struggling in school where we're spending like 2 to 3 hours a night on homework, and I can't leave right now with her having these troubles. And we had a long testing on Tuesday this past week, and we don't know what the results are going to be, and we're not going to find out to the end of September. And then her routine, I can't be leaving in the middle of her adjusting to a new routine. So unfortunately, I will not be in Mexico, but I will be on the next getaway. I don't care where it's at. Fly me away, Scotty, because I'm going wherever it is. But Mexico, I am not going to be traveling to. So it's sad. It sucks. And I'm totally bummed because you guys will find out when you're there, and I can't talk about it right now, but you'll find out whenever you're there why I'm so sad, really, really sad, besides just not getting to see you guys. But something big's happening there. You guys are going to be excited. It'll be fun. But anyhow, I know, but you'll get to meet me. You will get to, oh my gosh. Listen, and everybody better be planning, just because you guys don't know, conference is normally in April, and it's normally in Dallas, Texas. So everybody kind of prepare. It was in the last week of April this year, just to kind of get an idea. And just for FYI, like conference tickets were like $100, and which was awesome. And Lisa and Barry totally have our backs. And I literally paid $100 a night for my hotel room. So, and it was pretty cool because we had shuttles like everywhere, and it had like free breakfast and everything. So I was used to spending like thousands of dollars when I went to like any time to, and I didn't even buy anything at the store. Like nothing. I didn't even go into their store. I have no clue what the heck they even had. So just so you guys know, it's totally affordable, totally doable, and we always have promos too. So we had big promos this year as well that helped out with that. And Barry and Lisa, they're like the coolest people ever. Like they like reserved hotels and stuff for like blocked off the entire hotels for us. And it was all like a big party at the hotel. But everybody have a wonderful night. I'm going to hop off of here just because I've been on Zooms since legit 9 o'clock. So for the past 2.5 hours, been on calls and Zooms, and I need to get to work. Anybody else have any other questions or anything? Oh, and Texas has like the best guacamole on the planet, like even better than, no, I don't know.
Oh my God, what is your deal with guacamole lately?
Dude, I love guacamole, but they make it table side at this place. What's that place called, Donna? What's that name of that restaurant?
I can't remember, but it was amazing. We had a great time.
What was it called? I was pretty drunk. I'm just being straight up. I was pretty drunk. I don't know, but it was really good.
You were.
The Papacitos?
That's it.
That is the best Mexican. I grew up in Texas. Best Mexican in the world. It's like Tex-Mex.
Yes,
And
and
their guacamole and their queso is unbelievable.
Yeah, I totally got them both.
Yeah. And then the steak fajitas with the butter poured over it.
Wow.
Oh, Papacito. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You knew that. Oh, yeah, we're going to go back there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're going to go back there.
Amazing.
But
it was amazing. Conference is amazing. Get there if you can get there.
Mhm.
It changes it.
It was such. I'm going to stop the recording.